that they did us dirty with mineral mining, pumping, drilling, whatever rights. Well, it's getting almost pornographic there, pumping and grinding.
The Livingston man, a hero in disguise. His legacy will echo through the skies. Forever remembered for his deeds so grand. The Livingston man, the savior of the land. His legacy will echo through the skies. Forever remembered for his deeds so grand. The Livingston man, the savior of the land. The Livingston man, a hero in disguise. His legacy will echo through the skies. Forever remembered for his deeds so grand. The Livingston man, the savior of the land.
Bingo with the boys here. The boys being the roaming prepper, vision preparedness, prepping with Sarge, and Hudson Valley prepping and survival. I'm the only one who ain't got no prepping thing going on with their name. They said, what do you think, Livingston man? 5 predictions you think we're probably going to see in 2026, at least one of them serious, and at least one of them pretty outrageous, like unbelievable. I think I know what I can do with that. I think I know what I can do with that. In fact, I made a list, as a matter of fact, just so I could stay on track, because you all know how I am. This was a little bit classic signs of an apocalypse, especially biblical ones. I mean, if you look around hard enough, you're going to find them and see them already happening. So I was trying to stick away from those. I mean, it'd be pretty easy to talk about volcanoes and earthquakes and wildfires and comets and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen and all that, but we live in unprecedented times. Everything's so unprecedented, so you gotta think in terms of like what we haven't seen yet, rather than, because it would be a little bit of a cop-out too, although probably accurate, to say that really we're just gonna see your proverbial more of the same. It's really just this kind of slow dying creature, like it just limping along, doing the same old thing with no change ever. Just, you know, the definition of insanity is just to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Wanted to stay away from an answer like that too. But in the vein of that, we'll edit this part out real quick. In the vein of that, more of the same. We got midterm elections coming up this year, 2026. It'll be late. Probably too late for them to actually do it in 2026. But I think there's going to be a lot of, I think they're going to impeach Trump again. I think they're going to try to impeach Trump again. That'd be one on my most likely. Without delving too much into it, it seems to be like that's just the thing. And due to his controversial nature, I do think we'll see a flip in the control of the House and the Senate. Maybe. At least give them a much slimmer majority that they kind of really clinging to as it is. Other than that, like, yeah, politics-wise, well, there's more. Let's see what else is on my list. I for in bingo. So B, impeach Trump. I is invade Venezuela. All rhetoric ramping up and stuff like this, because I don't know what we're trying to accomplish with that, but that's not. This isn't a critique or an examination of that conflict. It's simply me stating that, like, yo, 2026, why not? Like, we'll ramp it up. Maybe we'll put some boots on the ground in Venezuela. Why not? They stole our land and oil. Wasn't right. I have yet to hear that explained, but something to do with it. It's not exactly that they stole our land and oil, but that they did us dirty with mineral mining, pumping, drilling, whatever, rights. Well, it's getting almost pornographic there, pumping and grinding. To invade Venezuela, that's your eye right there. Moving into the middle ground here with the N. This would be like, maybe this could, I'll give this 50-50. No cash. You can turn it in, but you can't get it back. They're leaning toward that anyway. For whatever reason, it makes things easier to regulate on its face. It does help everything out. You know, it's going to be sold as, you know, the convenient, fast, easy way to do it. Fucking this, that, the other thing. Complete digital currency, no cash. N is no cash. Like, that's a 50-50 thing. Especially just in terms of a specific year, like 2026, they're going to roll out no cash. Maybe. All right, let's give it 50-50 on that one. Not too much to say about it. I keep cash around, but if you've ever watched and heard me talk before, I really do not place a high value on money. I use it to get what I need now. I save some cash for like emergency situations. It's one of those things I have yet to reconcile with myself, really. But yeah, no cash. There will be currency, but it'll be digital, of course. Some new sort of Bitcoin, Trump coin, US.gov coin, you know, world coin, I don't know. But something akin to that is how it's all going to start to work. Has to. It's the way we're going, it's where we're going to go. Not so likely to happen. But they might try. G would be this, if they did the same thing as with the cash, you know, as you spent it, turned it in, you just didn't get it back. They're going to nationalize the gold supply again, and they're going to attempt like buybacks and this sort of thing. They're going to try to get the gold out of private hands. I don't know if the right word would be like confiscation, because I feel like it'd be more like seizure. But that depends on them knowing who's got gold and how much and every other thing, which I don't know if those kind of systems are in place. But if you're going to go for broke and really paralyze the people, you want to ramp up your authoritarianism. You know, you want to get your one world government on. You got to, those two go together, I think, is take away the cash, digitize the currency, remove the gold and privatize it in government hands. And essentially, that would actually be nationalize it in government hands. Sort of like the old ways, where the king had the gold and you were allowed to use it. They're going to have to redefine what currency is worth and how and every other thing, because it seems to really be just at the whimsy of, God, you don't even know what. So this will also come under the guise of trying to stabilize it, make a crash-proof economy, you know, this sort of thing with all digital stuff. We'll let the AI handle it. And then that gets you into another can of worms. But I'm not even going to touch on AI because everybody talks about it too much. But yeah, the new cashless digitized banking system will be like basically run by AI chatbots, trained by the biggest losers known to the world. How long have I been at this? About 7 minutes. All right. I'm trying to do this about 10 minutes. That's cool. So BINGO. So if you're just showing up now, B is they impeached Trump twice. I feel like that's probably the most likely thing we're going to see in 2026. But I have to temper that, like I said, with the idea that actually they wouldn't be able to do that because the new Congress wouldn't be sworn in until 2027, actually. So we're going to invade Venezuela. They're going to let you spend cash, but you're not going to receive it back in change. It's all going to become digitized. They're going to seize the gold. They're going to come for your gold and your guns. Okay, they're just going to completely disempower the population, and under the guise of freedom, safety, stability, the usual buzzwords. But I'm going to tell you what I think is the most unlikely thing possible. Here's where a lot of people would go. You think like Jesus will come back, maybe, or aliens will show up, volcanoes, Yellowstone, maybe, comet. I think all those things are actually more likely to happen than what I think O is. O for me. Least likely thing we're going to see happen in 2026 and probably ever is that somebody on this godforsaken Epstein list gets held accountable. And the improbability rate rises dramatically when you imagine more than one person on this alleged piece of paper facing accountability for it. But if you hit O, man, that's one I would not have really seen coming. That should be worth like bonus points. Like you should triple up. If you actually hit O, someone or something from the Epstein files besides Jeffrey and Ghislaine is held accountable. Because I'm considering it the least likeliest scenario for 2026, but it could happen. If that happens first, know for a fact that all the other ones I just said are gonna happen, because I'm good at this. You take me to the gambling house, we're gonna win. Somebody must have like just started a fire or something. It's a little acrid smoke. I'm like kind of choking on it. It smells good, but it's like, eh. Anyway, yeah, bingo, apocalypse bingo for 2026. They impeach Trump, they invade Venezuela, they no cash, no gold, and least likely of all, someone or something attached to the Epstein files / list is held accountable for their actions pertaining to said list or files. Livingston, man, that's my prophecy for 2026. Thanks for watching.